Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the show. Thought we'd do a little bit different this time round. Do a bit of a weekend roundup. It's normally myself and Lee Gunner. Thought I'd get another couple of the boys on. We're going to start doing this regularly, people. So big up Lee Gunner, big up Kaz, big up Henry. Start with you, Lee. How are you, mate? Are you in the mud? Are you flip-flopping? What are you doing, bruv?
Well, I'm a rat. I'm still a rat that's got nice Havianas on and stuck in the mud. Yeah, everything's great, man. I'm good.
Good to see you, my man. I've missed you, man. I missed you, man.
Yeah, I missed you too, man. You were jet setting all around the world, man. Loving life. Obviously, always in the mud for you as well, aren't you, Dan? Hopefully, you took your flip flops to the Maldives and to Sri Lanka. Otherwise, your toes would be super white, and the rest of your skin would be brown, my friends.
I was enjoying it. Do you know what's mad? I actually went away at the best ever time because Arsenal were absolute toilet and I was enjoying the sunshine. So I got through it in a much better way than most of them. Kaz, very happy, bruv. Good to see you, man. You must be very happy after the weekend, mate. How you been, bro?
More than you can believe. All I'm going to say is, for all the salty rival fans, technically more time Liverpool fans, they call it not a major trophy. Yeah, it might be considered Mickey Mouse, might be considered this, but a trophy is a trophy. You celebrate it when you celebrate. It doesn't matter how you celebrate it. You could be Tommy Fury and cry over, Jake Paul and celebrate it that way. But, at least we celebrate it in front of an actually packed stadium, rather than thing being empty. So on that notice, I bought 32 of these Carabao energy drinks just for you guys, just to piss you off a little bit more because I think I deserve it, Playing very well. I'm over the moon. It's been a long time. We all speak fluent Oh, sorry, Henry. We don't speak fluent trophy all in here, do we?
Oh, mate, that's a nice little segue, man. Henry, since Conte's gone, mate, things are picking up. He's even got Chicken Rayoul playing well, this geezer. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I mean, Stellini's beaten Marseille, Man City, Chelsea, and West Ham. So Stellini in, mate. Stellini in. I'm good. Obviously, we beat Chelsea, which is always nice. The first time I think in like 8 games we've managed to get a result over them. And yeah, Cass is right. A trophy's a trophy. I mean, like I said to you a minute ago, I'd get an OnlyFans if it meant I was getting a trophy. Like I do some disgusting stuff. People coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, rival fans and all that." Guardiola's and Alex Ferguson's first trophy, I think, was the League Cup and so was Mourinho's in England. So like. People have got to like chill out. It's a trophy, I mean, we celebrate the Audi Cup, and that was 5 years ago. So like, it's a trophy, mate.
Mate, you'd love a League Cup.
Oh,
man, honestly,
love's an understatement, mate.
Honestly,
do anything for it.
Crazy. Kaz, we might as well start with you, bro. Yeah, Arsenal were struggling while I was away, but a team that weren't was Man United, man. Rashford absolutely killing it. Mudded me. I said the guy looked like he was finished for a couple of seasons, and now he's absolutely smashing it. Casemiro's got to be the signing of the season for me, if not one of. Ten Hag in, trophy in the bag. Kaz must be good as a United fan at the moment, bro.
Yeah, so he's got a new name. He's called Erik 10 Quad, if you didn't know.
Mate.
Yeah.
10 Quad, what's going on with these United fans, man?
I can't lie. They are shameless, aren't they?
You know what it is? It's just like, if I don't get it in now, when will I? Do you get what I mean? I might as well get it all out now. Put it all out on the table. Yeah, milking it. Got to. But nah, yeah, it's Casemiro for 55 million going up 60 million. You'd think at this current time, you'd think that's a steal. Even at a man of his age, looking probably, if not the best DM in the world currently. Obviously, he's on ropes with Partey, Rodri, and so forth all around the world. But I think he just edges it just because trophy at the moment. At the end of the season might be a different story. But for me, he's everything right now. He literally changed my life. I can come on here and go toe to toe with some man compared to last season, where I was probably sitting where, I don't know, Chelsea are sitting right now, or Liverpool in the mud. Like, Lee, you remember certain people been saying about Man United's downfall February, Barcelona, back-to-back games. You're gonna start crumbling. We've had 8 games in February, 7 wins, 1 draw, 1 being a cup, and that is what makes it, a potential winner in the future. And clearly, we won that. And I can't fault it at the moment. It's just it's a great time. One loss this year alone, which obviously Lee, which is to your team respectively. And if you are going to lose to anyone currently at the moment, let it be Arsenal and nobody else. Honestly, that's levels.
Yeah, I must say, I thought you were going to win it. I thought Man United were going to win it. I just think Newcastle of late, as much as they've been brilliant, I just didn't really see them going for it, if I'm honest with you. And I don't know, man. I just thought it was a little bit too easy, particularly in the first half. But I want to ask you, Kaz, quickly about the job that Ten Hag has done, because I know a lot of people are talking about it as saying he spent a lot of money and, he's not done as a great a job as some people are saying. But I actually think he's done a really good job, man, because Manchester United were awful, absolutely awful. And he's come in, he's basically seen what he believes to be his weaknesses, and he's removed them. He's dealt with the Harry Maguires, he's dealt with the Luke Shaws in a positive way. He dealt with Cristiano Ronaldo. He's brought in Casemiro, and the players, to be fair, other than Anthony that he has brought in, have actually all banged. To be fair, so I wanted to ask you what you think of him, and have you seen a massive difference in terms of mentality under Ten Hag?
Yeah, of course. I think it's evident for anyone to see. He's done more than a job. I think he's done more than a job. He's taking control of the whole situation. It's a bit like Arteta at Arsenal when he first joined. He took control, and then obviously over the last few years, obviously not in space of 6 months, but he took control of your Aubameyangs and the people like Guendouzi and other so forth personalities in a way, and took control of the situation. But luckily, he's got Edu with him to help. Where at United, I don't think there's actually any help. We still had Richard Arnold last year. We still had so forth and so forth. John Murto, the Glazers, an extra. But for spending 220 million in a summer, this is not where I expected to be. Not with the amount of situations Man United have had. Ronaldo's the best one. Why couldn't Ronaldo just fix up and pattern up and play for the damn team? Like, we could have been somewhere else this season if he decided. But everyone has their time and day in it. Every dog has his day. Ronaldo's not as good as he used to be, and he wanted to cause an issue. The fact that he even had the balls to drop someone like Rashford when he was late, it says everything you need to know about command and respect. So he's done more than just a job. I didn't expect to be in this position come what's the date today? 27th of Feb. Few months left the league, in technically a game behind City with and obviously 8 points behind Arsenal with having a wicked season. So it's all I can say. I'm just full of appreciation for the man, because he's made my life 10 times better, and I can come on stream and give it to people now. You know what I mean, Paul? But
there we go, man. Listen, fair play. Lee, I saw something today that said you can't compare Arteta and Ten Hag in the first season because Ten Hag is in his 11th season, blah, blah, blah. I think it come from an Arsenal fan, like it always does.
Shock.
But yeah, like real talk, let's not even compare the two managers. Let's just actually look at what he's done at Man United, because that's all I care about. I don't care what he did at Ajax, because obviously it's nothing to do with the Premier League now. But I've been a big fan, Lee. I can't lie.
Mate, it's very easy for Arsenal fans to say, yeah, but he inherited £1 billion worth of squad. It's not £1 billion worth of squad. It's what they paid for a squad. The squad ain't worth £1 billion.
When you logically think of it like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Harry Maguire is not an £80 million centre back. Let's just have it right. Yeah, so chop his price in half and then half again. It's about 20 million. Yeah, so yeah, we might have inherited players that were way overpriced and underperforming, but every single signing he's made, and you can maybe throw Anthony out of that, but even Anthony's had impacts at times. Like, he's not been amazing.
Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona, he played pretty well. He did. Yeah, he came on and changed the game in the second game, the second leg. So, yeah, man, he's done very well. His players are playing well. Yeah, and the fact that you've got a spine of proven winners there, like Martinez, World Cup winner. Rafa Varane, World Cup winner, multiple titles at Real Madrid. Casemiro in front of that. You've got David De Gea, who's won pretty much everything as well. Like major trophies left, right, and centre. So you've got that spine now. Yeah, the way he's handled the Ronaldo situation, I thought was perfect. Yeah, I think that, getting him out the football club, and all of a sudden you've been ridiculously good ever since. I can't lie. Yeah, you thought Weghorst in, who's now won more trophies than Harry Kane. I mean, Sabitzer.
Why? No.
Yeah. I mean, Sabitzer's been in the country 27 days and already surpassed Harry Kane's trophy record. You know what I mean?
You guys are relentless, innit? Absolutely relentless.
Say. Yeah, Christian Eriksen. Yeah, I'm not going to read that out on camera. Yeah, but that was.
I'll do it. Do you want me to do it? Because I thought I'd steal it and tweet it.
That was class, man.
No, I'll read it out.
Please, please. It's better in your voice than mine.
Big up my boy Jay, who just sent this to me. Yeah, he sent this and it said, "This is an Instagram post from Albert's AirPods, I think. Albert's AirPods on Insta. Christian Eriksen has literally left Tottenham, died, come back to life, switched clubs twice, and held a trophy before Harry Kane."
He won a league title with Inter Milan as well.
Oh, fuck that. He's the Premier League, mate.
Mate, it's mad.
He actually won a league title under Conte.
Bro, it's actually insane, really, isn't it? Because like the thing is, Man United, third in the table, they're still in the FA Cup. They've got West Ham on Wednesday. The only two teams in there that you could say pose a bit of competition for them are Man City and Tottenham. Yeah, and it's the history of Tottenham, so you ain't really going to worry about them, are you? Let's be real. Yeah, so it's only really Man City that you have to worry about in that competition. Yeah, you've got a favourable draw with Betis, so you should get through that. Yeah, and the fact that he's done 220 million, like people just want to put that down because if he wins another trophy, yeah, Man United fans going to go, yeah, see, look, it only took him a year and he's won two. Your manager's like, if we don't win anything this season and Man United win two, there'd be, well, there's no 4-year process here, mate. We've won two and look, you've been waiting 4 years to win another one kind of thing. So I get why Arsenal fans want to put it in the mud real quick, but the fact is we've spent 400 odd million quid. Yeah, their manager's done half of that. And he's
look
already
at the personnel they bought as well. Besides Anthony.
And the players they bought, exactly. That's the point. The players they have brought. It's no coincidence you buy world-class footballers and you get world-class output. Casemiro, I pull it out and I've been crucified by people, yeah? I said, like you did, Dan, Casemiro is the signing of the season. Yeah? Fact. Everyone was moaning, 60 mil for a 30-year-old. Well, it don't look too bad now, does it? Yeah, it don't look too bad now. And I've put it on my TikTok, I've put it on my YouTube shorts and all of this. Yeah, people just crying, saying, what about Zinchenko? Well, what about Zinchenko, mate? What you're trying to tell me that's a better signing than Casemiro? Like, you lot are mad. You lot are tapped. Yeah, but no, he's done well, man. He's done well. And listen, the one thing I do like about Ten Hag is there's none of this, we're gonna throw that competition in the bin to go and fry a bigger fish over here. They're literally going for every competition. Yeah, and a Man United that's going for every competition that could now have Qatari money coming in, that's a problem. That is a big problem.
As well, Lee, like I said, United are going for every competition. I went, yeah, but they ain't got a title like Arsenal. Have they not? They're only 5 points behind us.
Wait, Lee, lift your cup up again. What?
It's a green cup.
Oh, I was confused.
I hope you lot don't mind as well. But I'm going to turn my camera off for a couple of minutes because I'm starving, mate. And
of course, man, I'll do it, bro. I get you've been back to back.
On the whole Ten Hag thing,
stream, so
go on, Henry.
Yeah. On Ten Hag, the best thing about him, forget what he's done with Ronaldo, forget Harry Maguire. It's the in-game decisions he makes.
Facts.
He's substitutions he makes. He brings Garnacho on at the right time. The game which stands out for me...
Wan-Bissaka, mate, at the weekend. Bringing Wan-Bissaka on, I was like, wow, this is
I have a big debate with most of the Tottenham fans because they're all clapped anyway. But you look at a manager and he is practically improved. Every single player from De Gea going forward, everyone has improved or upped their game. The standout performance for me, right, when you saw Ten Hag tactically, was when they beat Arsenal 3-1 at Old Trafford, right? He brought on Fred to nullify Odegaard, right? Where was Arteta's move to counter that? Now, Arteta's obviously learned and he's obviously gone forward and learned different things about his players, but it's little slight things like that goes under the radar. Because you nullify Odegaard, most of Arsenal's creativity is gone. And it's little things like you said, Wan-Bissaka. He bring on Garnacho when they beat Fulham because he saw that left-handed side. I think he scored in like the 94th or 95th minute, which won him the game at the Cottage. He brought him on at the right time, and he just went bombed down that wing and he scored. It's little things like that. With our manager, we don't make substitutions until the 80th minute when we're already 1-0 down. Do you know what I mean? He's doing it at the right times and He's not throwing any of his players under the bus. He's taking Max Branning is taking everything on the chin. Right?
No,
he's taking.
How long did that take you to think of that one?
That was pretty quick. That one. He's at the moment. It's a big shout, but if he goes far in other competitions and they get the Qataris behind them and they go right, there's the keys for the ship. It is curtains for everyone if they get money, because United have got arguably the biggest fan base in the world. They generate
biggest club in the world.
I mean,
I'll give you one argument. Money doesn't always mean success all the time. I think Chelsea's the perfect recipe.
But you got the right manager at the helm.
I agree with Henry. You got the right guy now, Kaz.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
No.
But you ain't made a bad signing. Malacia has been a good player. Casemiro, Martinez. The only one you might even say is Anthony, but he scored the winner against Barcelona.
He scored a few
Henry,
goals.
would you take Ten Hag? Would you take Ten Hag?
Mate.
You'd take him on Conte.
Eric 10 biscuits, Eric 10 games, whatever they want to call him. I said 4 months, no, before longer than that. 10 months ago, when he was apparently interviewing at Tottenham, you don't interview, you just say, can you work with these shit players? Can you work with a budget? Can you win things? That's what they say. No one interviews at a football ground. You talk about what you're getting paid, what you're going to do with the squad, what's the project? That's it. They're the only questions you asked. We apparently interviewed this guy, and we didn't want to do anything. What does Levy look like right now? Who's just given himself a £500,000 pay rise? We ain't won anything in the last 15 years, but that's a different argument. I'd take him in a heartbeat. In an absolute heartbeat, Erik ten Hag. Can you imagine what he'd do to Harry Kane?
Do you think Conte stays do you want him to stay at the end of the season? Like, be honest with yourself. Do you think he can get better, or do you think it just gets worse, even if you are getting top 4?
The thing is, he's renowned for having solid defense and building from the back. We don't have any defenders besides Romero. The rest of them, I would rather have a plank of wood half the time, because at least they're going to fucking stay still and do their job. If you give Conte the money, let's just fucking allow Eric Dyer as a fan. If you give Conte the right tools, we will be successful. But they're not going to do that. Look at the Poch team we had, right? That's 16, between 15, 16 and 16, 17. We had the best 11 in the league. We just didn't have the best squad. We had Rose, Walker, Dembele was a Rolls Royce, Ericsson, Ali when he was actually a competent footballer, not a Twitch streamer, Harry Kane, Son, Wanyama, Toby, Alderweireld. Like the 11, Hugo when he was good, the 11 was sound. But the difference was when it come down to the big moments, Chelsea could bring on Matic and Hazard, and we're bringing on Harry Winks.
Hugo Lloris.
Yeah. Hugo Lloris, mate. We didn't have the squad.
That 11's the best Tottenham 11 I've seen in the Premier League, mate.
This is what I'm saying. If you had 2 or 3 more players in that team, in that squad, if we had 2 or 3 more players, I honestly can say we would have won something. But now, like players like Dyer and Davies that couldn't get in a Pochettino team are now starting now. We haven't replaced. How have we not replaced Ericsson yet? Ericsson, like you just said, it's even more embarrassing. Not that he's won a trophy, that we haven't replaced him. We still haven't replaced Kyle Walker. It's been 5 years.
I mean, you got Chicken Royale, no?
Yeah, well, forget Emi Cafu at the moment. He's
Perry Porro?
He played 1 game against Leicester, and Harvey Barnes had him wishing he went back to Portugal, mate. Like, he absolutely skinned him. It's like, welcome to the Premier League. He looked like he was on Strictly Come Dancing. He had all these different movements.
But at the end of the day, though, you see yourself in the top 4 position, and if anything, out of all the teams, I was one to actually back Tottenham in the end. So I think you
back Tottenham because of one reason and one reason only: the firepower. Kane, Son, Kulu.
Let's minus Son.
Okay.
Yeah, but before the season, before this year, I mean, at the moment he looks like Yipong Lee. But before that, we were. If I said to you, we're getting top 4, you're saying because of Kane, Son, and Kulu.
I'll put you in the top 4, yeah. I'll put you in the top 4. I still do.
You don't look at our defence and go...
I did before, but I still do.
You don't look at our defence
and go... don't get it.
I think you still go through the Champions League as well. I think you honestly do.
We're going to do that. I'm going to say that right now. We're going to. If we have Stellini in charge, fuck me up. I don't know at the moment. Like, all of a sudden, he's looking like a fucking manager. Conte...
Don't let Ole Gunnar Solskjaer happen.
Stellini's won a couple of games, man. Turn it in. You lot are so easily pleased. Yeah, like honestly, you were so easily pleased. That guy.
Yeah, but Lee, we ain't got nothing else to scream about, mate. We're like a lion that hasn't eaten in fucking years, chasing the same gazelle around a fucking park. We haven't done anything in so long.
Richmond Park.
We haven't done anything in so long. Like we get pleased over a fucking Cruyff turn. If Emerson Royale does more no look passes than Bobby Firmino, but half our fans clap about that. I texted you last night, right? I was having a debate, and I said I want all of you to answer this because the answer to me is easy, and I love Harry Kane more than anyone. But if I said to you, who's had a better career, Jamie Vardy or Harry Kane? Who are you saying?
Jamie Vardy.
Vardy.
Right. Why? Because he's won trophies.
He's won the league and he's
Our
won the
fans say, "Oh yeah, but he's a top goal scorer. He's got a World Cup golden boot. He's got Premier." That means fuck all.
He's won
Jamie
nothing.
Jamie Vardy's top goal scorer for Leicester.
Jamie Vardy, to be fair, hasn't got an Audi Cup though, has he, Lee? Do you know what I'm saying?
No,
So-
this is the thing, and the thing is though, Dan, right? When you compare size of football clubs, you don't compare goals scored that have led to nothing. Yeah, you don't say, "Oh yeah, but we had Harry Kane, yeah, that scored 270 irrelevant goals, which means our club's bigger because he stayed and he was a hero." Yeah, like no, you compare trophies. Yeah, Arsenal have got more trophies than Chelsea at the moment, right? But Man United and Liverpool, they're battling it out. I think Man United have just overtaken Liverpool's domestic trophies. So, but I think they're
we're two behind. We're two behind.
I think that's overall though, right? But I think domestic trophies like the League Cup, the FA
overall,
Cup,
you're two behind.
the
Right?
Premier League.
Technically, Tottenham are the 7th biggest club in England on trophies alone. To be fair,
Yeah.
Aston Villa got more trophies than you.
Yeah, but Aston Villa, if we're counting Charity Shields, then we beat them.
No, I don't think it does.
I ain't counting Charity Shields.
It's literally Europe, League Cup, FA Cup. And
That's what I'm saying. I'm not counting Charity Shields. When you look, I'll be real, right? Our football club is a circus, right? We've got Wizkid performing, Lady Gaga, AJ, fucking all Beyonce now. Beyonce's going to turn up. She's the most decorated thing to ever be in that stadium. It's like
well, you're joint third most FA Cups won in
yeah, but we ain't won an FA Cup for 32 years. You know, when we were in the Conference League, right? I was sitting there, the only fan on YouTube. I was saying, I want to win the Conference League, right? And they were saying, "Oh, it's the Mickey Mouse European Cup." I don't give a shit. But then when we get knocked out, our fans then go, "Where's our trophies?" Blame it on Enik and Levy.
But this is modern football fans, Henry. The amount of people sitting there laughing at Man United because they've actually won a trophy is embarrassing.
It's ridiculous.
But the prize money for them winning that trophy was less than 200 grand. Yeah, that's backwards to me. That should have been millions to win a trophy. Southampton are going to get relegated, probably bottom of the table, and get millions of pounds in parachute payments. What, for not achieving anything? But then a club goes and wins a trophy and gets 200 grand. They don't even cover Harry Maguire's wage. Like, do you know what I mean? It's embarrassing. And that is the problem with these competitions, which is why fans are now snobby to them, like it's their money. Oh, no, I don't want to win that Tin Pot Cup. I want to be in the Champions League. If you put a poll out, if any of us could put a poll out on our socials there and say, would you rather win the League Cup, and finish 5th, or would you rather not win the League Cup and finish 4th? Most fans will say 4th. Yeah, not win a cup.
Yeah, but why? Because you go in the Champions League and then you win fuck all. Like, we're in the Champions League. If we beat Milan, our fans...
The only country has this, Emery, is England. Yeah, because the English media have manipulated fans into thinking that not winning is success. Yeah, you don't have this in Spain. Yeah, like I see somebody the other day saying that Spain's a farmers' league. No, it ain't. What are you talking about? Sevilla win in Europe. Yeah, Valencia have won in Europe. Villarreal won in Europe. Barcelona have won in Europe. Yeah, like, well, if that's the case, then how comes Tottenham when they get into Europe and West Ham and Arsenal when they get into Europe don't win anything then?
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah, because when you look at the Spanish teams, yeah, it might not be the most exciting league, but technical ability, they're likely as clear of the Premier League. Half the players in this league can't cross a ball. They can't beat the first man on a corner. It's embarrassing.
Cool,
it's embarrassing. And I watched Cadiz the other night against Barcelona. At half time, it was 2-0 to Barca. Second half, Cadiz played them off the park. Yeah, they hit the post 3 times and had a perfectly good goal disallowed. And it's like that. And Cadiz are right down near the bottom of the table. And you ain't betting that. Yeah, Almeria just beat Barcelona last night. Yeah, people are saying it's a farmers' league. It ain't a farmers' league. Yeah, these people are snobs, mate. Yeah, and over here in Spain, like the media do not peddle this. Oh, it don't matter. We got bigger fish to fry crap. They don't do any of that. Yeah, Real Madrid have Marca newspaper as their little sidekick. Yeah, but Marca will still sit there and call Real Madrid out. Yeah, every press conference that Ancelotti's in, he's getting drilled. Like, how
You
can
know,
you
white
draw
flags
with
out when
Atleti
they
with 10
start
men?
losing games.
They drew 1-1 with Atleti. As soon as I was watching that game when I was doing the fan cams, right? And I think it was Jez. Just finished Jez's fan cam. I said, Atleti have gone down to 10 men. Yeah, I said, and it was 0-0. I said, I guarantee they get a result. Yeah, at Madrid, Real Madrid's ground. They went 1-0 up, and then Madrid scored with 10 minutes to go. Yeah, and I was like, how is that even possible? Because if we go to Madrid, go down to 10 men, that's 5-0. Yeah, how can these teams do it? And Atleti, I forgot them. They win in Europe. They've been in the Europa League a couple of times, and they've won it twice. Yeah, Sevilla have won the Europa League 6 times, I think. Yeah, Villarreal have won it. Like, Valencia have done all right in Europe before. Right, so when people talk about farmers' leagues and all of that, no, man, they're chatting rubbish. The Premier League, yeah, it might be the most exciting, but how comes Tottenham, West Ham, Arsenal, and even Man United in recent times don't compete in Europe? If it's Henry, the best league, then why not?
Henry, what do you want to see happen at Spurs? Like, seriousness, man. I know you want new owners. You want.
Why are you laughing? It's a serious question.
And also on top of that question from Dan, would you rather win the FA Cup or finish second or third?
FA Cup. FA Cup. If you said to me right now, if you said to me right now, be in a title race and finish second, I'm taking the FA Cup every single day of the week. Yeah. It's the only fans that look down.
I asked this with Tobes, and Tobes said he wants top 4. Henry, by the way.
But what
that is shocking.
I see why though, because Toby's looking at it from we can attract better players. We don't have an Arsenal name. Yeah, but hear me out. Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, and Chelsea can attract players wherever they finish because they pay the money. We don't. We don't pay the money for fucking anyone. Loan to obligation FC.
Sorry to cut you off, Henry. You do. You paid 65 million for Ndombele, who's about to win the league with Napoli.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you bring that up. I know, but we've only paid 60 million for 2 players, Richarlison and Ndombele, and they've both been dog shit.
Yeah, but so have we. We paid 72 million for Pepe, and although me and Dan liked Pepe, the majority of our fans and managers didn't.
But
let's be real. Aubameyang's the only other player that we've spent 60 million on. Yeah, no other players.
You need like 50 million on Ben White, 50 million on Lacazette, 40 odd million on Ozil, 45 million on Partey.
We've done 40s left, right, and centre as well. Like, come on, how much was Romero?
Yeah, but we loaned him for 2 years and we've only just paid it now. This is what we do.
No, but you've still done it, and you've still.
Kulusevski's been loaned for 2 years.
Your income, Henry. Yeah, you say like you're saying about you don't pay the money. Well, that's because you own it. Your income. I see this the other day. It was on Deloitte's top 10 football teams' income. Yeah. You're above Arsenal.
I know.
For income. Yeah, so on that basis alone, then, your fans should be rioting. Instead of fans sitting there saying...
They're not. Yeah, they're clapping fucking
Champions League over a trophy. Yeah, I'm sorry, Tobes, man. You got to get in the bin with that, mate. I'm sorry. That's nah.
Yeah, I was shocked, man. Like, why would you...
The only reason he's saying that is because he believes that we will attract better players finishing the Champions League.
Yeah, but when you look at the actual logic of that... the Champions League for how long? How's that going? Getting these big players in?
Exactly. Our fans... Potts would rather cheer on a fucking Cruyff turn from Emi Cafu than watch us win a trophy. They're all happy clappers. 99.9% of our fans are absolutely clapped. You go on Twitter, fuck my life, man. The amount of crap that comes out of some of these fans. It's the other day, Antonio Conte is a top 5 manager in the world. Based on what? To be a top 5 manager in the world, you've got to have won in Europe. You have to have achieved something in Europe.
He's won in 2 different leagues, to be fair. Premier League,
the
hardest one, and he made Inter Milan win after about 10 years and done a skidetto.
Yeah, but they spent a huge amount of money. They brought Lukaku in, they brought Hakimi in, Eriksen, Brozovic.
Yeah, but Lukaku's going to be playing for you next season when you get rid of Kane.
I don't want fucking Timberland moon boots up front.
Well, if all right, let me give you a question
as well. He's still a Chelsea player, isn't he?
Yeah, and Chelsea want to get rid of him. So I'll give you a question. And all right, would you rather have Conte have 150 million to spend, or would you rather get rid of Kane? No, 120 million to spend, or would you rather have Conte stay with 200 million, get rid of Kane, and let him and trust his process since you trust
absolutely
him
not. No chance.
If 120 million.
Conte doesn't buy good players. He bought fucking Danny Drinkwater at Chelsea. He brought a 33-year-old Perisic.
Hold on. Conte buys players to win now.
Yeah,
Ashley Young.
I get. Yeah, exactly. Exactly,
Yeah.
but you need a mentality in your team for that to work. We don't have a mentality.
He won in the first season, didn't he?
We ain't even got a fucking spine. Man United are talking about spine. We just about got ribs. We don't have any fucking leaders or a voice in our team. We don't have anything.
We got the Bermuda Triangle.
We're like a fucking cheekbone, mate. We don't have any. You watch Man United play. You got Martinez fucking screaming at players. Casemiro. What have we got?
You got Amir Khan's chin.
We got Sardar Toure and Ollie Skip.
give me Henry, give me a realistic positive opportunity for what you'd like to see happen at Spurs. Don't say owners go because it ain't gonna happen, man.
No, what would you like there's more chance of me winning the lottery than them going. They're sitting there.
What do you need then? What happens next?
This is going to sound backwards,
what would you be pleased with? What would you be pleased with?
What I want to happen is the whole thing to go to shit and Conte calls the board out. If he calls the board out and says to the wider fan base, this is what's happening behind closed doors, like when Arsenal kicked off. You had 2,000 people outside the Emirates, fucking flares. We do a protest. You got a wannabe Ed Sheeran sitting there with his fucking banjo guitar, singing about our fucking glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. The whole thing needs to completely capitulate. Or the board come out and Conte gets top 4 and they say, there's 100, 150, 200 million. But then again, the flip side to the argument is the board have spent money. They spent 350 million in the last 4 years, but it's what we're fucking spending it on.
Okay,
we're spending 25 million on Royale.
Stop right there, because you said a minute ago, if you get Champions League, you can attract better players, and we don't spend the money. But then you've just said that you spend nearly 300.
No, we don't spend money in the right areas. We do spend money.
That's the point. You are spending money.
Yeah.
Just but the problem is the players that you're buying, are just crap. And let's be well, not all of them. Kulusevski is a top player, by the way.
The only 5 players we've signed in the last 5 years.
Romero's not a bad player.
Romero, Bentancur, Kulu. Richarlison's been a fucking dud. Lo Celso and Dorbele. We spent 40 million pounds on Davinson Sanchez. But let that sink in.
What I'm saying, you're saying you don't spend the money. You do spend the money. The problem is the players that you're paying for are not worth anywhere near the money you're paying for them. So whose problem is that? Is that Daniel Levy?
Well, Daniel Levy employs the recruitment, employs the scouts. If anyone in their right mind thinks it's a good idea to spend 40 million pounds on Davinson Sanchez, you need your head examined, because he is.
I think it's more your. I think it's just your recruitment team. I don't think
it's.
But Daniel Levy pays. Who's your director of football? It was that fella that's a criminal, right? What's his name?
He's more famous for getting arrested in Italy. Than
he doesn't need. Isn't he director of pretty much the football lot? Meaning he gets.
He's director of the fucking mob. That's what he's director.
Your recruitment team is shocking. Maybe that just needs a reform. I don't know if the actual manager.
Whole thing up. We had Paul Mitchell, right? Who is now. He's not at United now. Well, I don't know where he is. He's not.
No, he's at Monaco.
Right. He brought in the likes of Dele Alli for 5 million, Alderweireld for 10 million, Ericsson for 8 million. Now we're spending 25 million pounds on Emerson Royale. We've gone from Walker to Trippier to Doherty to Emerson Royale, and Pedro Porro looks even fucking worse than him.
And that's down to your director of football as well.
Pedro Porno,
exactly. Fucking sack him. Porno. Go and get Luis Campos from. I can't remember where he's gone. He's at PSG. He wants out. Go and fucking get him and say, "There's the keys." We've got no structure. We're like playing a game of Monopoly.
I would fly away from that man. That man is just
you have though. No elite level board member or recruitment members are going to go to Tottenham
because they're leaving.
Because they're leaving. And the problem is you can go and get an Antonio Conte, which you did, and he's a top manager. The problem is you're trying to make him do some youth project. No, that ain't Antonio Conte's way.
I know, we did the same thing with Jose Mourinho.
I would honestly sack him. I would actually look at people like Ruben Amorim and De Zerbi even.
Give me De Zerbi, 100%. I'd even go fucking Thomas Frank.
No.
Why not? Just say he's going to be a couple of shit.
No, you know what it is? I think De Zerbi, just the way his tactics are and the way I can see what Brighton don't have the greatest squad. He took Potter's team and made them even better. And I'm not saying he's not a Graham Potter, but I'm saying De Zerbi has got if you looked at his Sassuolo team was ridiculous. And I think you lot need new style of football for one. I think the fans need a new style of football for yourselves and your brains, because I don't know how you watch that shit every week.
We need a DNA. That's what we need.
And then, maybe Ruben Amorim, who plays great football. You played against Sporting. Clearly, you have a good relationship with them. It might be a thing.
But what I mean is the board don't. You look at Newcastle, right? They took over and they said within 10 years we want to win the league title. Daniel Levy We haven't got our fans don't know our hand from our ass, right? We don't know what we want. We want to track in football.
Do you know the best thing to do, in my opinion?
Blow the stadium up.
No, I wouldn't go that far. At least you could get priority tickets to go and see WizKid and Beyonce.
Oh yeah, great. All the singles,
all the singles
fucking ladies.
Just fold the football club. Yeah, it's irrelevant. Just fold it. It's 15 years and 3 days since you won a trophy. Do you know that?
And our fans were celebrating 3 days ago pictures of the fucking League Cup. Oh, honestly, 99% of our fans, honestly, the only ones, Fuad and Toby are the only ones.
Because we've got fans that still go on about the gold trophy. That's there on my green screen, yeah? Because that's the standards of my football club, right?
Is yours gold? Is yours gold?
Is yours gold? We still do all of that, mate. Yeah,
yeah, we do.
And it's like, were you alive to witness it? It's cool, great, fantastic, yeah? But don't be sitting there 19 years later again. Is yours gold? Like, how embarrassing. Yeah, but the fact that your lot have not won anything for 15 years, literally nothing. We've been in banter era. They're literally peak era of banter. And
we don't even have an era. We can't even spell era.
That's how we funny. Peak banter era still nicked 4 FA Cups.
It actually is funny because Man United have won a trophy and it's like they haven't won anything since, 2017 or whatever the hell it is, and they're like crying about it. Arsenal have been in turmoil for how long? And we've still 7 FA Cups in the last God knows how long. It's been 4 FA Cups in the last 8 years, is it? So I look at that. Tottenham are still waiting for one in 60 years. It's mad, honestly. It's absolutely
crazy,
mad.
But this is the thing, Dan, right? We have a history with the FA Cup, which is why I was fuming, and I know you was about the Man City game. It's like, come on, man, that's our cup. Yeah. And the thing is, that plays.
I was fuming about Brighton.
Yeah, the League Cup.
Lost to them in the League Cup.
Is the thing. That plays in other teams' heads. When you draw Arsenal in the FA Cup, it's like, oh my God, this is Arsenal. They win it more than anyone.
Yeah.
And it plays in their head. It's the same with Man United, with the Premier Leagues back in the day. It was like, oh, we're going up against United. Yeah, they win it. Like Fergie, look at that team Fergie won the league with before he left. Yeah, that team was not great. Van Persie. And Rooney, cool, yeah, and Carrick, I think, was still there. The rest of the team weren't all that.
Phil Jones and Smalling, wasn't it? And people like that.
Phil Jones is still there doing interviews yesterday. How shameless is that guy? He was doing interviews. How shameless is that bloke? Harry Maguire, shameless, trying to hold the trophy with Bruno. Bruno got to 0 out of 10 in the second half. Yeah, he did. And Harry Maguire's coming on as captain, nicking the armband, and then standing there and
you know what he was doing? He was doing in a pub in Manchester. I went Manny and then was in with the Manny lot up near Old Trafford. And as soon as Harry Maguire won, we all started cheering, started singing Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire.
Nah, you're shameless, mate. You're shameless as him, because do you know what? If I was Harry Maguire or Bruno, I would have been just saying no. And if the gaffer's bringing me on, I would have said, listen, I know I'm captain, but Casemiro's lifting the cup, mate. Yeah, let's be real with it. He should have lifted that cup. And it was funny because when he got that
cup... said Maguire did a John Terry.
Oh, 100%. The funny thing is when it got passed down to Casemiro, he just went, and then just went, bye. Yeah, it was almost like, I've won it now, cool. Yeah, whatever, you lot celebrate. Minions.
He's done it with every trophy. He done it with the Champions League as well. Right?
And going back on that, Lee, when you said about Arsenal, it don't matter, it's FA Cup, don't matter, it's League Cup. Mate, for the last few years, Arsenal fans this is the way I see it. You can't sit there and say, but we win trophies if you're just going to don't care about when we actually go out of the competitions. Do you know what I'm saying? So football's about momentum for me. If we would have played a strong team, against Man City, we would have beaten them. Facts. They were there for the taking. We played a B side and we couldn't get through them. And people will go, but if Partey would have got injured, you would have been saying they shouldn't have played. Partey got injured anyway. We rested him and he still got injured. So that makes absolutely no sense. So for me, it was momentum. Then we couldn't beat Everton. Then we couldn't beat Brentford. Then we couldn't beat Man City. Luckily, because Man City haven't capitalised to their full, we're still finding ourselves that on Wednesday night we can go 5 points clear. So I wanted to get, because I'm conscious of time, I wanted to get your thoughts, Lee, on Arsenal of the last couple of games. To be honest, mate, I would have taken. I wanted 6 points. I got 6 points. Not very convincing in parts, but at the same time, against Leicester, I don't think they really turned up. They're a different side without Maddison, in my opinion. They didn't look very creative. Against Villa, obviously, we know what happened, and we'd spoken about that last-minute goal. Amy Martinez does a madness. But winnable games coming up, Gunnar. I can't lie. We've got 4 home games against Bournemouth, Everton, Palace, and Leeds. We've got Fulham away, which will be tough. But out of those 5 games, I'm expecting pretty much maximum points. What's your thoughts, bro?
5 wins. 5 wins. It has to be. The only tough game out of all of them is Fulham. Yeah, and I think Mitrovic will probably be back by then. I'd imagine he's been sat on in the stands for most of the last few weeks. But yeah, the Aston Villa game was crap. Let's be real. Yeah, and Jorginho of all players.
First off, we were dreadful, mate.
Oh, mate, for 70 minutes, and Zinchenko running around like headless chicken everywhere but left back. Yeah, and our fans like, oh no, but that's his job. No, his job's not to play right wing, mate. He's a left back. Like, do you know what I mean? Which, bro, I don't get it. I like Zinchenko as a footballer. I think he's a very talented footballer. Yeah, but all of this inverted crap every game. No. We watched Ancelotti the other night playing with a proper left back who's 33 years old. And when he came on, right, for Alaba, we didn't see Salah again. Yeah, why? Because he stayed at left back, up and down, crossing the ball, defending. Yeah, and there's certain games that Zinchenko, just play him in midfield or just don't play him. Yeah, and put Tierney back in there because we're getting countered down that side against
What's
Villa
happening to him, man? I'm worried about this Tierney thing, mate. I love
He's gone,
Tierney.
bro. He's gone. He's going. He'll be done. I think he'll end up at Newcastle, personally. I had a Rangers fan in my chat the other day, bearing in mind he played for Celtic, Tierney, saying, like, what a player. You know, what a player. I can't believe you don't play him. Yeah, that's a Rangers fan saying that.
Do you know where I think he'll go? I think he'll go Villa.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But I think Newcastle, just for the fact it's close to Glasgow, really. It's not a million miles away, is it? Yeah, and they're on the up and they need a left back. But yeah, the Villa game, we got lucky, man. Very, very lucky. When we put Zinchenko finally in midfield, went free at the back, we dominated. Yeah, but without really, like, Ben White played very well in that game, put a couple on the plate for Eddie, who couldn't finish his dinner as usual. Eddie's in the room, yeah? Your defence is in trouble and all that. He ain't scored a goal since that cringe song was made. Yeah, funny that, Dan, because do you remember the Champions League? We went away to Champions League. We never qualified as soon as that song was made.
I got slated for that, man. I got slated for that. And now they're still singing it. Like, why can't we just change the lyrics to we're going to win the Premier League? Why can't we be ambitious in this fan base? I hate it. Why are we singing songs about the Champions League? If we scrape fourth last day of the season, it's been a failure. Like, what? How is this a good song to sing still? I don't get me started, man.
Yeah, the Leicester game. The Leicester game was probably the most one-sided football match you'll ever see. I mean, like the goalkeeper, when I did player ratings with Jez, it was like, I don't know what to rate the keeper because he didn't do anything. Like, literally, yeah, they had one shot that was 5 yards wide, and the goalkeeper was just forward and went, "Oh, I'll dive anyway," like just to make it look like I've done something today. Yeah, but that game was comfy, man. The problem with that game is, again, it comes back to what I said about Premier League football. Nobody can cross a ball. Literally, you can count on two hands and probably have a few fingers left the amount of players in the league that can consistently cross a ball properly. They're first man every time. And it winds me up because Saka gets in great positions at times. And I'm like, just be clinical. Yeah, and he has been a lot this season, so I'm not knocking him. But in that game, he weren't. Yeah, Martinelli and Trossard in that game, it was like yesterday combined and we got the goal and it was a great move. Yeah, nutmeg the play on the wing. Martinelli finished it off great. But again, it was frustrating to watch because it was a bore fest. But, Dan, I don't care, mate. If the next 14 games are boring 1-0s and we win the title, I couldn't care less.
That's all I want, man.
And we've got to beat Everton, man. We've got to beat Everton. Yeah,
must win Wednesday.
Double deflection off of, like, dinosaur.
Swarovski off Cody through fucking Pickford's legs.
Yeah, man. I can't stand that Pickford. He's trash. Yeah, he plays all right for England, but I don't really care if I'm honest.
Tottenham,
just start taking pot shots against him. Just shoot. Yeah, Odegaard should be getting the ball and shoot on sight. Yeah, get a deflection, it'll go in. Get a corner off of it. Yeah, they play the percentage game when you're 1 yard away from a defender and you're whipping across straight at them. Yeah, to try and get a corner. Yeah, to then try and whip the corner in to score. So why don't you just shoot on sight?
There's something about Sean Dyche, though, Gunnar, man. Arteta can't seem to do too well against this guy, can he?
He don't do too well against a low block full stop, Dan. Let's be real. Like, look at Juve in that like little warm-up game before football came back after the World Cup. They showed everyone how to beat Arsenal. Yeah, and that's exactly what Sean Dyche did. Yeah, Newcastle done it as well, although they didn't get the win. Yeah, but, mate, it's mad. And the thing is, we know he's going to come and just be physical and dirty. He's going to play them three in midfield that he played against us, Decore, Anana, and Idrissa Gueye. Yeah, them three are all going to be in midfield. Yeah, we know that he's... The only thing I will say is I don't think Dominic Calvert-Lewin's fit this time. Yeah, and that guy Sims is trash. So... Now I've said that, he'll probably score the winner.
I was just going to say.
But no, we should be beating them. I think we'll beat them. Bournemouth, we should batter them. Fulham's going to be tough, but I still see we beat them, if I'm honest, although they're doing very well. Yeah, Palace, we should beat them. Let's be real with it. And then we got Leeds. The thing is, though, if we get through the Europa League, which I think, again, that's going to be tough. But I think we will. Depends what team he plays. He better not throw it. I'm saying, if he throws that in the bin, I'm going to be fuming. And if we do get through it, I think we then end up with 9 games in April, unless they rejig some of the games. But I don't think they do. Yeah, we've got 7 league games in April, and including Liverpool away,
tough.
City away, Chelsea at home.
Newcastle away somewhere in there as well, isn't it?
That's
Liverpool,
in May.
We'll go Anfield, and it's going to be tough, man. It is going to be tough. But listen, before I come to Kaz,
to be back by then.
Yeah, you would need Jesus and party back now, man. Before I come to Kaz, because I'm going to ask like literally something before, because I know we've all got to go. But Lee, let me just get your thoughts. Everyone knows mine. Jorginho and Trossard have come in. I know we're going to judge them at both of them at the end of the season, but so far, so good, man. What's your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, Trossard scored an absolute banger and got absolutely robbed. That was a cracking goal, man.
That's Ben White's fault there, isn't it?
Yeah, he was trying to hold hands with the goalkeeper. Like, mate, calm down. Do you know what I mean? It's a football match. Like, chill. Yeah, and mate, I've had more contact in Mercadona bread aisle. Yeah, like jockeying for bread. Like than they have in the penalty box. Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, but Trossard's done all right, man. And the thing is, he's so technically gifted. His feet are rapid, man. Left foot, right foot. Yeah, I love him, man. I've been banging on about him for years to come to Arsenal, so I'm happy he's here. As for Jorginho, I still don't really get the hype. Our fans are putting him up there like he's Pirlo, bro. Without the ball, he's shocking.
Yeah, I
he
agree
really
with that.
is. He's shocking with the ball. A couple of forward passes,
comfortable with the ball.
Yeah, it's like, well, listen, he's a defensive-minded midfielder. Yeah, like that's his job. It's supposed to be sitting there tackling ball recoveries. And if you actually, and I don't need the stats, but I guarantee if you go and look at his stats in the games that he's played, all of them stats are in the bin. And that's his main job for being in the team. And yes, a few progressive passes. In possession, he's pretty cool. Yeah, but we knew that anyway. It's not in possession I'm worried about. Yeah, if I was to rate both of them out of 10, I'd say Trossard a 7 because he's chipped in with a goal. He chipped in with the lovely nutmeg assist the other day. Not that I care about assists, but that pass was sick. And you can see that he's got talent. You can see that he's going to be a good player for us over the next few years. So I'd give him a 7. If I was to rate Jorginho, people are going to say I'm harsh, but I'd give him a 5.5. Yeah, because with the ball he's all right. Without the ball he stinks. Like he does, and what he does, and one shot that was off target, by the way, that Emi Martinez went bosh. Yeah, don't cover the off the ball stuff for me. Yeah, great that we won the game and it's bounced us on. The Man City dropped points about an hour, 2 hours later. Yeah, but I think that's got us over the blip. It's a fair play for having a shot, but I want to see a bit more from him off the ball.
Fair play, man. Listen, I think Partey and Jesus need to get back into this side ASAP now, man, and that'll give us a good stead. Quickly, because I know we've got to go. Going to go around very quickly. Kaz, we'll start with you. I'll ask you 2 questions, quick, man. Are United in this title race, and who do you think will win it?
I'm just happy to participate one game at a time.
Oh, look at this joker! No, man.
No, you know, easily. I've tried to do all this stuff. I got told, oh, you was in a title race for 24 hours. Why are you in a title race? Exact kind of same position. Then another time, 3 days in a title race, and that's it. Is that it? I'm like, okay, cool then. I won't bother then. Not even with the shameless stuff. So, but now I'm just gonna take a leaf out of Arsenal fans' books. Not saying you, obviously, or anybody in particular, because I can say a lot of names or other fan bases. I'm just gonna say one game at a time, and that's the way it's gonna go. And that's because rival fans have forced me to say that. And that's the way we're going to be. What was the other question?
Who's going to win it?
What, the league? I think Arsenal. I don't want Man City to win it.
Okay, man. Fair play.
I like Arsenal are my London rivals because of fans like Ibrahim, who's in this chat right now, I grew up with. That was back then. I flipped the script. Who's my main rivals? It is Manchester City. Do I want them doing a three-peat? No. Do I want Arsenal fans to be insufferable? I'll take it for a season. They'll only be there for about a few months, and we'll crack on with the season. So I can suffer that. They're my direct rivals, and Liverpool for good flipping reasons as well. But yeah, man. And until the time comes, if Arsenal continue doing what they're doing and winning trophies, then a Man City might flip flop down there. Then I'll be worried about a different team. But right now, no, not City. They won enough.
Calm. Henry, same question, man. Who's going to win the league for you?
Look at his face.
my heart's telling me City are going to win it, but I just for some reason think Sank's going to go your way, and you are going to be unbearable.
Oh, I'm
no, fuck it. City winning it. City winning it every day of the week.
If Arsenal win it, I am going to be shameless, mate. Trust me. I've waited 19 years for this.
Fuck it. I'll flip the script. I want City to win now.
I think. I'll be honest. It goes. I think it's going to be within 5 points for the remainder of the season, and I think when it comes to that Etihad game, that's going to be
whoever wins that. You reckon?
Yeah, I mean, with the Arsenal the game at your place, obviously City win, and I thought by far they were a better team. But then the next week they didn't fucking follow it up, or the week after they didn't follow up. They dropped points. That's the inconsistency of like you somehow. What did you didn't win a game in 4 games, did you? And then you're still somehow top of the league. Like the inconsistencies are fucking.
Look at the anger and look at the anger. Look at him.
City win. I'm buying. If they fucking win, I'll turn up the fucking Pep Guardiola jersey in front of all the fucking Arsenal boys if City win this. Because at the moment,
mate,
they're not winning it, Henry. Arsenal are winning it. I think Dan, you'd agree as well. I think we'll win it.
Yeah, I've said it for a few weeks now. I think it'll be Arsenal that do it, but you know, listen, it's going to be close. Like last question, Gunnar. I've been asked to ask you a question as well, but I'll ask you that same one first. And then, what would you do with Graham Potter as he got to get sacked?
I'll answer that real quick. Yeah. Should have been sacked time ago, but keep him there for as long as they want, mate. They're literally 10 points off relegation at the minute.
He's a project manager.
Yeah,
I love that.
10 points off relegation, mate.
Keep him there.
And I looked at their fixtures earlier. You don't think they're winning any games anytime soon. They've scored 4 goals all year, all this year. So, in fact, I think it's five goals since November they've scored. They're doomed, mate. And yeah, man, what was the other question? Are we going to win it?
Who's going to win it, mate?
Yeah, I think we will win it. Yeah, I did after the Man United game. Yeah, and I was like been told I'm a flip-flop. Well, not really.
You know what is football's a subject of opinion all the time. You're allowed to change your mind, you know. What are you gonna get from saying I told you so?
Opinions, man. Not allowed to change opinions.
No, because we're not allowed to celebrate me and Dan if Arsenal win the league.
No, we're in the mud, mate, if we win the league.
We've been told we're in the mud, and that's it. That's the end of our YouTube careers, mate. We're finished. Yeah, okay. Why do you think I set up another channel, mate? Because I'm on the verge of bust. I'm going bust, mate. It's all gone wrong. I've only had another million views again this month. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. God. But yeah, I do think we'll win it. After the Man U game, I thought we'd win it, and I was a little bit felt ashamed of myself that I got sucked in after that 4-game without a win. Yeah, and I felt a bit embarrassed and like stupid that I got sucked in, but. I think the fact that Henry said Man City are not really on it at the minute.
They won the Champions League, didn't they? Not being like
I think Napoli win it this year. I know it's a long shot, but Napoli are just absolutely.
Real Madrid again, mate. Real Madrid.
Yeah, I've gone for it. I think Real Madrid. I think Don Carlo, man. Don Carlo.
Yeah, and do you know what's mad? Is if he wins the Champions League and don't win the league, which it looks like he won't win the league, he's getting sacked.
That's the mentality you need to have.
Levels. We smashed a stadium down with these legends in it. Yeah. And in the year that we won that league, our chairman, he's dead now, Peter Illwood, said we're moving to compete with the best in Europe. Still waiting. So, Dan, on the 1st of May, if Arsenal are still top or very close to top, I am ordering a bottle of Cristal champagne to put on ice. And hopefully 28 days later, when we pick the trophy up, I'll be spraying that all over the apartment.
Mate.
Then you got to pay for a cleaner after that. Remember that?
Oh, no, maybe I should just drink it, actually. Sipping all the Top Gooners tears that I'm celebrating. And then I'm going to sit and enjoy 3 months on the finest beaches in Andalusia, hashtagging flip-flop on my Instagram, because I'm a flip-flop.
In the mud, mate. In the mud,
yeah,
in your flip-flops.
So yeah, I do think we'll win it.
Make another channel.
Maybe you should do it with a bottle of Prime. That's about as expensive as champagne. You might
my sister bought 2 bottles of that.
You know what you should do? Call this show, Dan, Flip-Flop FC.
Yeah, we should do, man. Yeah. In the mud in our flip-flops. It should just be called that.
Yeah, but the rats on mud. Yeah, we got to find a name. Rats, mud, and flip-flops needs to be in there somewhere, Dan.
Yeah, we'll sort it, man. We'll sort it. We're gonna wrap this up, man. But we are gonna wrap it up with some sad news. unfortunately, we've lost a gooner. Stephen Featley, if people don't know him, Stephen Featley TV, sadly passed away in the early hours of this morning. Hasn't been well for a while, bless him. And absolutely sad news. I had to check to make sure that it was actually true, because I've been really busy over the last couple, and I knew he was unwell, but unfortunately lost his battle. Really, really sadly. I know that me and you have spoken to him a few times before. So horrendous, man.
Yeah, proper. I've done shows with him, man. Right. On my channel, his channel, stuff like that. And yeah, it's sad, man. He's been ill for a very, very long time with liver problems. I think he's had multiple liver transplants. But apparently he was born. I see somebody put in the chat, I don't know if this is true, but it said from the age of 2, he suffered with it. So
that's right.
Yeah, man. I think he was 28, 29. Sad, man. That's no age. So yeah, listen, at least he can get some peace and some rest now, man, rather than constantly being in pain. And condolences to his family, friends, anyone close to him, man. It's sad. Live every day like it's your last, people, because you never know what's around the corner. Innit?
Absolute facts, and I echo all of that. Big up Lee, big up Henry, big up Kaz. Make sure you do me all a favor, people. Make sure you smash a like and subscribe to this channel, and get yourself over to Henry Wright TV right now to go and check out what he's got up. Henry, what you on a show right now? Is that right?
Yeah, me and Lee will be doing our weekly show, Rival Talk, where we just be pretty much
I just take the piss for an hour.
Yeah, we'll be just ripping apart the fan bases. So if you want to tune into smashing up top Gooners and Tottenham fans that are absolutely clapped, that might be the show for you.
Fair play, man. Fair play. Listen, Kaz, likewise, get over to MUFC Kaz. Follow him. Never a Foul podcast as well, Kaz. What you got coming up, man?
We got a Rivals show tomorrow. So at 6. So it's just going to be a lot of shameless talk, especially on Liverpool, because that's my favorite subject. So yeah.
Fair play,
that's
man.
right. Everyone else won. Oh yeah, and Chelsea. So yeah, I might rip into. It's hard to rip into Lewis. To be fair, he just accepts it. He's like, yeah. I know we're shit. I know we're shit. Do you want 3 points? Cool, and that's it. And you're like, oh, how do you even defeat that?
Mate, it's one of those. Make sure you get over to Lee Gunner and subscribe to his stuff as well. And his new channel. What's your new channel, Lee?
Lee Reacts. Lee Reacts. Just type that into YouTube, you will find it. The quicker you can boost that channel up to a decent level, the better, because I've literally only got a couple of months left before my channel is liquidated. So that'd be great, yeah, because obviously I'm in the mud and a flip-flop and a rat.
Mate.
So yeah, if you could go and sub to that, it's nearly on 8,500 subs, and make sure you check out the last 2 videos I've done. Next video will be out Friday 10 p.m.
There we go, people. You heard it here. Smash a like on the way out. Subscribe if you can. On the road to 8K here, people. So make sure you join the family. We're gonna be as a foursome, getting involved in football over there every other week. Yeah, fours. What is it? A quad? A 10 quad. We'll be there, man. So make sure that you follow it, people. We'll see you next time. Take care, and until then,
Potter in.
Potter in.